everybody. It is December 2nd, day 2 of helping you figure out what to declutter and why. Today we're going to touch on your bathroom, the cabinets and drawers in your bathroom, and linen closets as well. Okay, I just found that it's easier to kind of focus on specific things because when we say things like declutter, it's so broad and it's a little overwhelming. So I'm going to kind of pick it apart and say, okay, what do we need to talk about next and what's the importance of it? So this can be a sensitive subject for a lot of people because I know many of us love to have different toiletries and 10,000 different lotions and aftershaves for you guys and things of that nature. So I want you to just kind of hear it out. If it aligns, handle it. If it doesn't, leave it. It's okay. But the next thing we're going to tackle are our bathrooms. As you know, many of us have these drawers and feel that because we have drawers and cabinet space that we need to fill them up. It's very weird. It's a brain thing when you see an empty space. Automatically, we think it's supposed to have something there. So again, it's not like I want everybody to practice minimalism, but I do want you to think about the importance of having space to receive new things. So if you have a bunch of stuff sitting in your cabinets per se, shampoos, conditioners, a whole bunch of different items, and again, if you're trying to receive something new, there is no space there. I found that when we open the drawers, the mind, when it sees clutter, it literally goes through some type of chaos. And yes, many of you have it organized, and that's great. The question I'm going to be asking everybody today is, are you using them? How much value do they have in your life? And are they dust collectors? Because that tends to happen. We hold on to things because somebody gifted it to us. It's funny, an image of like potpourri came in. And for those of you that still have potpourri in your bathroom, I'm going to ask you why. And I ask because I was one of those people where it just kind of looked cute in the jar. What tends to happen is it collects dust and it does not smell anymore. So I want to recommend either an oil diffuser, candles of that nature. And speaking of candles, many people have candles that are sitting around collecting dust and you don't light those candles. That was something else that came in. So I'm going to laugh, not because it's funny, but because of the visions that kept coming when I thought about what to talk about today, right? And the bathrooms came up. So it was like potpourri, candles, literally old body washes, lotions, and the things that we have and how piled up they are. And I don't know if it's true for all of you guys, but I know that once you open those cabinet drawers, it gets a little overwhelming. So that's going to be the next challenge for you guys, is to handle your bathroom cabinets, also your shower areas. I know many of you have many different bottles in your shower, in the bathtubs. If you use them, that's great. If not, think about it. You are taking up space. So what can you move so you can welcome in energetically the new codes that are being sent to you to promote abundance, freedom, and to also allow for insight to, asking what you're getting, the insight to actually give you direction as to where your next steps may be, for those of you that are asking. And I also wanted to touch on linen closets. So for some people, yes, it's kind of included in the bathroom area, and for others, it's out in the hallway. But that's where we tend to put a lot of toiletries as well, or like old, or just say towels, washcloths, sheets. So if you tackle your bathroom and you don't have much to do, I want you to move on to your linen closet. If you feel like challenging yourself and want to do too, here's focus, right? So there's a lot of towels in there. Are they good towels? Are they towels that you want to wrap yourself around in? Or are the towels that you just kind of, these are old, they've been around for a while. Maybe it's time to buy new towels and get rid of the old. Is there an emotional attachment to the things that are in that closet or in your kitchen cabinets? Ask yourselves, what does the decor look like? Is it, decor that you love? Have you dusted it? Is it nice and clean? Is it nice and straight? When people say things like, I like it the way it is, I want you to just look at your house, look at the bathroom, look at your closet and say, does it look like something I love? Or does it look like something that's just there? Because everything that we see should represent something in our lives. And if it doesn't bring you joy, right, as somebody, a very famous organizer would say, it's time to let it go. So there's something that happens when we open a space and it's organized. There's something that happens when we go to a shower and there's one shampoo bottle and one conditioner bottle. Something happens when you don't feel so suffocated. And that's kind of the feeling that I want you guys to be able to decipher. Do your things make you feel suffocated or do they make you feel refreshed and new? And that's something you should always ask yourself when looking at your home, looking at your closet, looking at your drawers, at your cabinets, whatever. But today the focus is bathroom, closets, linen, shower. So everything that consists of those particular items. So encouraging you guys, I know that it's a lot easier said than done, but I do want to challenge you guys to get into those cabinets, to get into those closets, and start thinking about like what is a definite must keep, sort it out. And then what's a definite, like, I really don't need to have this. Put it in a bag, put it in boxes. Don't start getting caught up in like, who am I going to give it to? Do I throw it away? Who would need it? Don't think about that, because then you'll hesitate when it comes to removing it. So I always tell people, grab what you absolutely have to have, what you use on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, what you actually use. Take all that out and put it in one spot. Put it in your bathtub for safekeeping. And then look at everything else and say, okay, why is all this here? Is it here because I need it, because I want it, because I think I should keep it? And then you ask yourself those type of questions. So they're kind of very small steps to get you guys to a bigger place in life. So again, grab what you absolutely love and definitely use. So I like to think of it like when I go on trips, like what do I absolutely have to take with me? And it's like my hygiene bag is like this small, like my oils, my shampoo, conditioner, body wash, whatever. And literally that's what I use on a daily basis. And if I look in my cabinet and there's more in there, it's like, why is all that in there? Are they refills to what I have? Or they're just stuff that I never use, but it's there. And it's funny because I go through like these random clean outs like every 2 months. And I'm like, oh my God, like I'm moving furniture. And my husband's like, oh my God, she's going crazy again. And I used to move furniture all the time. And I didn't know why, but I would be sitting like trying to relax and watch a movie. Then I'm like moving my bed, moving my nightstands. And here's my husband like, oh my God, here she goes again. And he'd help me move everything, but I didn't know why it was such a like an inner urge to move furniture. Later, I found out that the reason why we move things around is to move up energy that's literally just sitting there. And what happens is the energy being stagnant doesn't allow for new flow of energy to come in. So without even knowing, I was being called to move energy to make sure that new energy was being able to channel in an appropriate place to be able to help me as the individual to make the changes in my life that I needed to make. So you guys know what it feels like if you have somebody come and clean your house and organize your pantry. It's like, whoo, I feel like 1,000 pounds lighter. This is what it does first, energetically, and then you feel it emotionally, physically, and on a spiritual level. So tackle those bathrooms, keep me posted. Let me know how you guys are doing and how I can support you guys. Love you so much. Have an amazing, amazing night, and we'll talk to you guys soon.